Okay, this is a story right here. This is actually an update to a story that I did a while back about this woman by the name of Nicole Poole Franklin, who ran down these two girls, both who were considered to be non-white, by this palm-colored bitch that you see in the picture. And the update is that she is now being sentenced to 25 years for the hate crimes in which she committed. So I'm gonna go ahead and read the article. It's gonna give you a little run back overview of the story and give you an update as far as her sentencing goes. Natalia Miranda, age 14, was making her way up the sidewalk in December 2019 in a Des Moines suburb when she noticed a white woman in a Jeep accelerate toward her and jump the curb. Then everything went blank. The next thing she remembered, she was waking up in a pile of snow. I'm screaming, I'm crying, Miranda told KCCI a few days after the incident. I'm like, how did this happen? What happened? Miranda would soon learn that Nicole Poole Franklin, now 43, had purposely rammed into her because she was Hispanic and wasn't supposed to be in the country. Sorry about that. Little pop-up came up on the screen. But let me continue. She said she was supposed to be in the country, according to a statement Poole Franklin later gave to law enforcement. It was Poole Franklin's second hit and run that day, police said. About 30 minutes earlier, she hit a 12-year-old boy she believed was of Middle Eastern or African descent. Poole Franklin was sentenced to 25 years in a federal prison Thursday on hate crime charges, according to court documents. She was already sentenced in state court to 25 years after pleading guilty to 2 counts of attempted murder. Poole Franklin will serve the sentences concurrently. Her lawyer declined to comment. Richard D. Westphal, acting U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Iowa, said the sentence sends a strong message of accountability. Holding Poole Franklin accountable not only for her intentional actions but for the malicious beliefs behind them is what our justice system should be and must be to provide just punishment, afford adequate deterrence, and protect the public from further crimes by this defendant, he wrote in a sentencing memorandum. The first incident on December 9th, 2019 occurred at around 3:40 p.m. Police said a 12-year-old boy was walking on the sidewalk with his sibling, also a minor, in Poole Franklin's apartment complex when she drove her Jeep Grand Cherokee onto the sidewalk. As she drove up over the curb, struck and attempted to kill a 12-year-old boy, she also barely missed his older sibling walking alongside him. Witnesses told police that she quickly fled the scene. According to court documents, the boy did not go to the hospital. She doesn't even hit the brakes, Sergeant Paul Perizic of the Des Moines Police Department told the Washington Post weeks after the incidents. A lot of times with hit and run crashes, the first thing the person does is stop like, oh my God, what did I do? This one, none of that. Poole Franklin later told police that she drove into the boy who was black because she believed he was just like ISIS, referring to the Islamic State group, and he's not supposed to be there and he's going to take me out, according to court documents. About a half an hour later, Poole Franklin spotted a 14-year-old Miranda crossing the street and walking toward a junior high school in Clive, a suburb of Des Moines. After ramming her car into Miranda, Poole Franklin drove away, leaving the teen unconscious in the snow. Witnesses saw the girl walking zombie-like and stumbling to the school. I was just a girl walking to a basketball game, she told KCCI. I didn't deserve this. I didn't deserve to get hit by a car. Prosecutors said Miranda suffered serious bodily injury, including physical pain, cuts, bruising, swelling, and a concussion. In a police interrogation, Poole Franklin said she targeted the 14-year-old because Hispanic people are taking over our homes and our jobs, according to court documents. Des Moines police apprehended Poole Franklin that evening, but not for the attempted murders. She was trying to steal food and alcohol at the local convenience store when an employee confronted her, court documents say. Poole Franklin then began throwing items and yelling racial slurs at the staffer and black customers in the store. Police arrested her for assault, public intoxication, and misdemeanor theft. Days later, while she was still in custody, investigators connected Poole Franklin to the hit and run incidents. Prosecutors noted that Poole Franklin has a history of substance abuse and physical and mental illness. She also has several past convictions since she was 18 years old, including for theft, tampering with a witness or juror, assault, and harassment. Poole Franklin pled guilty to 2 counts of attempted murder in April and to the 2 hate crime charges against minors in May. At the sentencing hearing Thursday in federal court, Cesar Miranda, the teen's father, testified that saying before the incident he felt lucky and thankful to live in the United States, the Des Moines Register reported. But the incident changed his outlook for a time. My hope disappeared, he said. My belief that I was free in this country was gone. But he said he forgives Poole Franklin. Now, let me just say that this is not the black parent, this is the Hispanic parent before y'all go off. But he still should not have forgiven her for what he did. Well, what she did. Well, she looks like a he, so there it is. I don't hate you because I don't want to feel what you feel to my daughter, Miranda said. I hope you change because human beings can never live like this. I wouldn't have forgiven her. Like, this chick right here could have killed my child, and you want to talk about some forgiveness? Nope. But that shows you right there, black people, that there's either some people in other communities that's on that forgiveness tip too. But good. I'm glad that she got the time that she did. Personally, I would have given her longer, but I guess 25 is what we're going to get. And she actually got found guilty on pretty much every charge that she was charged with. So that's a good thing. But hopefully, I hope life is hell for her for wherever it is that she's going. I hope that it truly is, and she deserves every bit of punishment that is coming her way. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments.